Mr. Cohen.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I appreciate your having this hearing as well, for I live in Memphis, Tennessee, which is a sister city to New Orleans, which suffered greatly 2 years ago, and which is on the Madrid Fault, New Madrid Fault, which gives it certain possibilities of earthquakes in the future. We've had other problems with what we called Hurricane Elvis, but that was a wind shear that came through 2 years ago and caused one of the greatest urban disasters that went unnoticed by the national media. Utilities out for over a week. I went down to New Orleans on my own dime for the second anniversary of Katrina. This committee was going to meet there, and for reasons it was canceled, the meeting, but I went on my own and visited. There's still much to be done in New Orleans, and of course your plan today is to show what you've done since then to prepare. I saw a television show, I think it was Sunday, it might have been 60 Minutes, but one of those type shows, and they said that less than 10% of the cities are prepared presently to respond to a disaster and to have an adequate disaster response plan and evacuation. It might have been the evacuation route. That's shocking that only 10% of the cities, and they mentioned D.C. has some kind of little red and white insignia on the street signs. Most people don't know what they are. Well, I went to dinner last night on Pennsylvania Avenue. I thought, I know what they are now. I don't know how good the ratings were for that show, though. And so FEMA and other folks need to make people aware of what's already out there, but also those 90+% of the cities that don't have a plan. I think I'll wait a bit on my questioning, Madam Chairman, but there was some time ago I had an issue with FEMA concerning ice. And after writing you in July 18 and 19, and among other things, being concerned about your lack of response to my inquiries, I received a response to my concern about your lack of response to my inquiries concerning the $70 million waste of ice that went on around this country. The response was September 10. So in responding to my inquiry about your lack of responsiveness, it took you 2 months in Chairman Norton's committee hearing on the anniversary of 9/11 to thank me for my being patient. Well, I don't know that I was patient, but when you can't respond to a member of Congress about a $70 million boondoggle for 2 months, it makes me very concerned about every American city's future when they are subject to some disaster, whether caused by wind, rain, act of God, or misfeasance or malfeasance by some federal agency. What happened with that ice, and I'll wait for my questions, but the idea that you couldn't drink that ice, I drank that ice. I'm fine. I want to hear the scientific evidence about the ice. It'll be news to people in Alaska. I drank glacier ice. It was over 2,000 years old. I'm fine. Now, maybe it wasn't wrapped in that bag. And I know that your response to say why it wasn't good is because the International Packaged Ice Association said it's not good after a year. Do you think the International Packaged Ice Association wants to sell you some more ice? Thank you, Madam Chairman.